recently went on a short little trip to Toronto. It's about 4 hours away by train. And I have this little travel capsule that I thought I would share with you. I am not as proud of this travel capsule as the one that I brought with me when I had to fly from Italy to the UK in the summer, and all I brought with me was like this tiny little backpack. I'm gonna link that video up here for you because I'm still very proud of that accomplishment. But I was really happy with what I brought with me to Toronto. I used this carry-on, but I did take the train, so I had a little bit more space and leeway. I also used this giant tote bag, not for clothing or accessories, but for like snacks and gifts and things like that. So I thought I would share with you what I brought with me, how I packed it all in, and some of the looks that I wore. I didn't take a lot of photos or video of the looks that I was wearing because I was just having too much fun. So I'll run through some of the looks that I did wear and also the ones that I didn't, but I think could have easily come out of this little capsule. So let's jump on in. Let's start with outerwear. I actually brought two jackets with me. The first, my puffer. I layered it underneath my military style pea coat, which is in fact actually at the seamstress right now. I had to get some of the buttons reinforced because they were falling off, and clearly I didn't do a good enough job. But I was able to layer this because it packs down so well. This is a really, really good piece to have for both wearing on its own, but layering underneath when it gets chillier. I brought two purses with me. My Loewe puzzle, because it goes with everything and it's nice and small. And then I also brought my convertible backpack. I brought one belt, my co-design with Brave Leather, and I was actually able to visit their factory while I went and meet the owners and everything, and it was just such a fantastic experience. Footwear. I brought these boots, which were like a really good walking boot. They are waterproof. They are lined all the way down to the toe. It was incredibly mild in Toronto, probably more mild than the kind of weather that warranted these boots. These were a little bit heavy. Also, I wore these guys. I brought my ancient Uggs. Yes, they require a good makeover. I knew I would be doing a lot of walking, but if I wanted to like just elevate my outfit a little bit, these kind of give a little bit of that edge. And of course, I brought my running shoes because I run wherever I go. I brought my Power of My People white button down, my slim fit merino turtleneck. I brought my boyfriend merino wool v-neck, my cashmere v-neck, baby blue. This is a great secondhand men's find I got in Rome at a market. And I have to say, these are very, very similar in terms of silhouette and style and everything, and even color, but I wore them equally. It didn't bother me so much that I didn't have too many varying silhouettes. And I wanted to bring one heavier sweater. I also ended up wearing this on the train because it was my thickest sweater. I brought this suede skirt, didn't wear it. Kind of sad that I didn't wear it, but I just thought, like, what if I want to go somewhere cute? You know, what if I want to feel a little dressy? Because it was warm. I brought two pairs of jeans, a skinnier, it's almost like a mom jean silhouette. It's not a super skinny. That's usually what I do when I travel. If I'm bringing two of something similar, I try to nail two different color options and two different silhouettes. So with these, I have more of a skinny, and these are a very like classic, full-on, full-length, straight leg denim, and obviously a lighter, more medium wash. A couple of you ask what I bring with me in terms of my running gear, and it really depends on the climate. So because Toronto is a lot more mild, I didn't have to bring my full under layers of merino wool, which was really great in terms of space saving. I brought one pair of fleece-lined leggings, my long merino shirt, long sleeve, and I skipped the other layer that I normally bring, which is a hoodie or a sweater of some sort, and I just brought as my top layer my running jacket. It was definitely warm enough to not require that extra sweater layer and not require anything on my legs, so I'm really happy about that. Brought one pair of running socks, one sports bra, my gosh, what is that word in English? Neck warmer. My little skull cap, and I forgot my gloves. So I borrowed my girlfriend's gloves. I brought one pair of tights in case I wanted to wear them with my skirt, and also in case it did get really cold and I needed to wear them under my denim. That didn't happen, thank goodness. In terms of winter accessories, I only brought one scarf. I brought it in a lighter color, and I knew that it would work with both of these because it's got like the tan in the boot and the tan here. So I really wanted to tie in that tan color. I also brought one pair of black gloves and a little black toque. Normally I bring 2 pairs of sunglasses, but I really wanted to kind of keep everything minimal, so I brought 1 pair of sunnies and then 1 pair of my like regular frames. Jewelry I also kept really simple. I just brought 1 pair of earrings, a bunch of layered necklaces, and a bunch of rings that I could stack, and of course my Nordgreen watch, which I love. I was also able to fit in my silk pajamas, which I found secondhand, all of my like little skincare, the serums and everything like that, but I was actually able to fit everything in there. For work, I just brought my laptop. I also brought my iPad because I love to read before bed, and that's everything. Okay, here's what I wore on the train. The flat boots because managing luggage and stairs, black jeans, gray sweater. This is like a very heavy and dark look, but I wanted to wear my thickest layer so that I wouldn't have to worry about stuffing it into the suitcase. And underneath this, I have my long sleeve merino, which I was normally wearing running, but I hadn't run in it yet, and I wanted to have that extra warmth and coziness in case I was cold on the train. I had my puffer layered. For the sake of this video, imagine that this jacket is my pea coat, okay? We're just gonna use our imaginations today. My pea coat is about this short, but it has the very same like tailored silhouette, and I liked how it's got the sharp silhouette that is short. The chunky boot proportion-wise works really well with the military jacket, even though it is short, simply because I have like enough leg showing because of the shortness of the coat. My scarf, my toque, and my gloves. I had this guy. This was like full. I want to give you the full picture. Hang on. There. This was me at the train station. Like I said, this had snacks and a couple gifts. This was a really good travel outfit. Okay, so before showing you the boots with the shirt, I had to show you this because this is also another really great outfit that I 100% would have worn. I just want to show you what it would look like, adding some of the layers that would give some of that nice visual dimension, even though it is all black. I love the way this looks. I think it's really good if you're wandering around a city. Mobility and comfort and ease have to be so important, and I think we do still get the element of style in this with the layering, the different textures, the cool visual heft that the boot gives, and a little bit of that lightness. If I wanted to wear the button up with these boots, this is how I would do it. I wouldn't do like the whole tucked in shirt with the super polished look. Like, I know mixing styles is a really great styling trick that I talk about often, but I think it also has to do with just balancing visual proportions. And here, because we've got the visual heft of the boot, I really think wearing the shirt just more open and loose and giving me that volume on top to balance out the proportions this way just feels and looks a little bit more natural, more like easy. Okay, this is another like super easy combination. I'm less into these like high contrast looks these days, so that's why I paired deliberately my black boot with this ensemble. The flat beige boot looks just fine, but because of the like visual lightness on top here, plus the heft of the boot on the bottom, I felt like it wasn't coming across perhaps as elegant as I would have liked it to. Definitely, I wanted to keep the line of the black up and down the leg to make my legs look longer since I have shorter legs. Most days, I wore the Loewe puzzle. When I was wandering around, the Loewe puzzle actually fit my full wallet and my camera, as well as like the other bits and bobs. Like this look I definitely didn't wear, but I love it as an option. I know some people have a problem with black and navy, but I think it looks fine, especially because there aren't a lot of other colors happening in here. It's great. Who cares? There are no rules. Okay? Just for fun, had to show you. Didn't wear it this way, but love how we have this option. Definitely would have kept the black boots here. I think it would be important to keep that continuous. So the reason why, and you know what, I'm gonna put the other boots on just to show you, but you see, because these are a classic straight leg, they've got a little bit more volume on the bottom. So I don't know if this is helping you in terms of just seeing why the different proportions can make a huge difference. Like, see here, the hem is going all the way down to the heel. It's a black boot. It's a little bit more low profile. So here we're getting these nice elongating proportions, even though I'm wearing this like boxy bright white thing on top. Still works. So you see here, it definitely doesn't look as elegant or as put together. It's how you're pairing these things together. So it's because we've got a whole bunch of different light colors coupled with big boxy volume here, more relaxed fit at the bottom of the leg, and a big chunky boot in a lighter color. So it's all of those things combined. I think we really cannot think of styling or dressing or fashion in general as like a singular thing. We really have to look at how we're putting our outfit together holistically in order to feel really good in what we're wearing and in order to put together a considered outfit. Are you bored yet? Are these all starting to look the same to you? This was another look that I wore out for dinner. Classic turtleneck. I don't remember if I left the hem out or if I tucked it in. I think both ways look good. I wore this look out for dinner. Was feeling the denim tucked into the boot. I thought this was really good. Easy, button up. This is my uniform. I added a bunch of layered necklaces. This chain from Monica Vinader comes in really handy when I'm traveling because it's like one of those low effort, really good visual impact kind of pieces. I've also started wearing lip gloss. It's a thing that you put on your lips that gives them a little bit more color. And this is like such a powerful little thing to add to really basic outfits. I know all of you are like, yes, we've been saying this for years, Alyssa, but I'm just discovering it now. So there you go. Here's another really easy one. I definitely wore this, maybe even multiple times, but this was just a really good go-to. Because it was so mild, it was really nice to just be able to wear one layer of knitwear with a pair of jeans. Yeah, this was good. I wore this to visit the amazing people over at Brave Leather, the manufacturers behind this belt. We did a really cool co-design. We've created this belt in multiple different colorways, and then I actually got to see the new colorways for spring, which was really, really neat. We made a belt together. This is what I wore, super comfortable. I really liked the kind of monochrome look with the different textures that it gave. I brought this bag, if I remember correctly. I don't know why, I felt like it was more like worky, work appropriate, who knows. But yeah, this was a really good, easy look. Here's another solid look. Maybe this is what I did. This one felt a little bit like polished, a little bit more polished and put together. I typically don't layer too often a button up under a V-neck sweater unless I have other elements that make it feel a little bit undone and a little bit dressed down. So I really needed to have like the boot that gave it a little bit more of like that rougher edge, and then they tie in nicely with the belt. You know, I think I lied at the top of the video. I'm pretty sure I did wear my skirt. Not this way, but I wanted to show you this ensemble because it's definitely something I would have worn. I'm still debating if I like the boots like this. I mean, it's a very interesting look because we have so much leg. I think it's still okay that we've got like these 3 breaks and that the boot is hitting me right there. I think it definitely would work if I had to take like public transpo and do a lot of walking. Definitely more utilitarian with the bag, and I feel like with the layered turtleneck and this chunky sweater, it'll look great with the black boots as well, but this brown boot, it feels like it works. Definitely would have worn this. Kind of similar. There we go. Just wanted to show you this. This is how I wore it. Imagine I had the military jacket, which was like a little bit longer. I don't remember when I wore it this way. Maybe it was like just a work day and then I had gone for lunch with a friend. Really good, really easy. I could walk for a very long time in these boots. And like I said, it was warm enough that wearing this, even on public transpo with the tights, I was totally fine. Okay, I wore this look maybe on my 2nd or 3rd day. I had to go to a meeting with Google. That was really cool. I met my partner manager there, so I saw the Google head office and the YouTube head office. It was a really, really cool visit, very cool experience. I typically try and take public transpo as often as possible. This was a really simple look. Again, I guess it feels kind of dark, but I was really feeling the darker colors. I don't know, when I'm in a big city, maybe it's just the vibe, I don't know. But I added a little bit of hardware with my watch, my belt to give it like a little bit of shine. I feel like the boots were okay. They didn't feel too heavy or out of place, and I kind of like that I got that little pop of lightness with the boot as well, just to lighten up the whole look. So I wore this for a day and then actually for evening to meet a friend for dinner. And I was very comfortable in this. I know it was really simple. I mean, I didn't feel underdressed going out in this. I could have worn my skirt, but it was more like a cute little tavern-y kind of place. The little touches on the accessories, like the cocktail ring, things like this, and the belt that have a very like low effort, like you don't even have to think so hard about styling it or how you're gonna wear it. You can literally just put it on with anything and it makes a really nice visual impact. It makes your look feel more considered, even when you're traveling and you have such a minimal wardrobe. I didn't wear this look, but this was a variation on the last one that I had kind of in my back pocket, in the back of my head, if it was really cold and I needed to wear multiple layers, but it never got that cold the week I was there. This is just like a couple of extra layers. I like the black turtleneck because it adds like that little bit of texture, a little bit more of that layering dimension, and kept everything else the same. Looks good with the boots, and like the heftiness of the boots, kind of like a little bit of a, ooh, that's interesting, you know? This variation also works with the heeled boot. I think it actually brings a completely different feeling to the look. If I had had like a more social call afterwards, I probably would have gone with these boots, but just nice to have the options with only the 2 boots. So that is what I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I am so grateful that you're here. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, or if you learned something new, hit subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, afternoon, whatever time zone you're in, and a wonderful week ahead. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back in the next slow fashion video. Ciao!